Oh, we made it.
Woohoo!
I set my alarm to make sure I'd be on time. Can you guys hear us okay? We're in a little bit different location.
Yeah. We were able to participate a lot with Gillum Farms because we had stuff to do to get us to this place right here. So we're in the tiny house, guys. Oh, I mean, we're not moved in, no, but yeah, we're here.
Yeah, I ran internet line.
Well, when we trenched for.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I haven't had it hooked up, and then I had to order another router to put in the house, and was like, wait a minute, we could do our live from down here. We've been down here working all day, so why not just bring the laptop and the whole shenanigans at a side-by-side trailer load full of stuff to bring down.
Yeah, all the technical stuff that will eventually go into the YouTube studio, which will be our next build after we're finally done with tiny house. It never stops, guys. So, but we want to say hi to everybody that is in. It looks like we got 47. Well, according to this,
60 in 60, there. Yeah.
My phone's a little bit behind. So we want to try something a little different. We want to shake things up, keep it interesting.
Green screen looks like our tiny house. I know. I did want to try to play that off earlier about, hey, we're on it. Look, check out our green screen, but it's real.
It's real, y'all. It's real.
But yeah, so I interrupted, but she was saying that we love nothing more than shouting everybody out and naming all the channels, but we're finding ourselves, because there's so many amazing White Rock Nation members coming in, that we spend half our chat just saying hi, and we are recognizing you guys, and it's not any less. But what we want to try to really push for with the lives is
interaction.
Yeah, we know you have questions about our last video or maybe upcoming plans or something that we didn't cover. Because we used to do a list and try to plan what we were going to say. Thank you, Randall.
I know. Randall, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, we want to get that interaction. Because keeping lists, that's where I was going. I'm already squirreling.
We're tired.
We can't keep on the list, and so what better way for you guys to interact with us? I mean, that's kind of the point behind the live, I think, is, y'all have questions and hopefully we have answers.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we do appreciate everyone that come in and, watching all of our journey, because
it's been a journey.
Yeah.
So I want to try something. I want everybody to throw a wave up into the chat and let us know that we're here, that you're here, so we can see that you're here, and wave to everybody. And then I want everybody to look in the chat and see who all's here. That way y'all know, and then you don't have to say hi to everybody, because we're not only just YouTubers, but we also go into lives, and we know that's you spend 5 minutes saying hello to everybody, and you might miss something or whatever. And so we're, us groundbreakers that we are, we just want to try something different. So tonight's the night. Why not? We're in the tiny house for the first time, in the kitchen. I can't give too many beans away, but yeah, we've put up what y'all can see, because that's been out in the videos so far, but that's all we can show. So everybody throw up a hand.
All right, so we do have a question. Sean at Let's Trade Paint said, are you still going to Florida? Yes, Sean. Not the exact date yet, because Gary over at Jump to Gems, he actually was just messaging me earlier, and yeah, so he should be making his first trip here soon. And then I'm going to follow him on his second trip. So he's going to come, drop stuff off, go back, get a second load, come, and then when he's returning from his second load, I'm going to go. So probably next week-ish time, I think.
Which we're all right with that.
And everyone is loving the kitchen.
Yeah. There was a question from Building with Keith and Nikki about when we're going to be moved in. Your guess is as good as ours. We want to have the majority of the work done so that we're not living in the construction. There's some things that I'm okay doing later after we get moved in, like the trim up. I know y'all can't see it, but I want to put facer boards all the way around the kitchen. That's something that we can do after the fact. So it's weighing that, how far are we going to be done when we want to move in? And so it's getting close. I want to say within a week, because I had told Jason when he said he was going to take off to Florida, I'm like, that's all good and fine, but I better be in my tiny house before you leave. So
and that's how she said it. She was full diva on it. So yeah, let's see. Ivy said the beast is up and running. Woohoo! Yes, he did get. I think they put the video out or they had a little chat talk or something showing that Gary did get his transmission in and got his truck up and running. And I think he even did, or at least they were talking about on their live the other night.
And Gary's in here. He can, if you have any questions.
I think he did a test run.
We're just waiting on Gary and Mary to be ready.
So,
fortunately, we're able to have that flexibility.
Randall, thank you again. He said, I'm here, wave, and I'm laying on a bearskin rug in front of a fake fireplace in a weird-looking bait.
And let me guess, you have a caulk gun and you're caulking around windows right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know why people find it's in the South. Is it called something else other than a caulk gun?
No, not that I know of.
Okay, I'm just curious because
So, and Gladys is saying that the kitchen came out very nicely. Yeah, we're loving it so far, guys. And
oh, it's so beautiful.
All of you that have commented and liked the video and all that, obviously, is showing us that we're doing it the right way. And it's just, the difference is, and we've talked with a couple people, about that was. We were trying to figure out, because, everybody builds a home, right? And you try to make little things, but most of the time, and what we've had to do up until now, until this home, is you build for resale. You build it, yes, you want to enjoy it, so you might change a color, you might do, something, or, maybe you do a remodel and do a relayout of a room, but you always have to think about that resale because you're like, well, this isn't my forever home. Well, this is our forever home. And we're not saying that we're not going to build something up because you all know we're building a lot more cabins. And we haven't totally ruled out that maybe we'll build another cabin further back on the property and that becomes our full-time home or something. But for all intents and purposes, this place is our forever home.
Yeah.
And we get to do everything. Yeah. And I say we, but really it's all of her mind and decoration and design because.
And I really wanted to go more towards old European style. I don't even know if that's a thing or if I've pulled it off or what, but I just wanted something different than what you were seeing all over Pinterest or something like that.
So everybody wants to know, is the bed together?
Not yet. Not yet. So I can't spill too many beans because clearly that's going to be on for Saturday's video. It will be finished. After how long were you on the phone with customer support? 5 good hour?
Probably.
Yeah.
I tried to go through their online chat and it didn't work. So I ended up just calling them and they did credit us.
They did.
And so,
for our time and the parts.
Yeah.
Was actually pretty awesome.
Right.
Because the parts didn't.
So yeah, it's not fully together yet, but oh man, that thing, it's aggravating. Is that a huge bar of soap up on the shelf?
This side, that's actually powdered sugar. And then that side are my plates. This little thing right here, you can't see it when you're standing up, and I'm okay with that, but you can see it clearly when I'm sitting down. That is actually a motion detector light for under the counter. And so when we walk by in the middle of the night, it comes on. And so bar soap? I don't know. That right there, right over there, that's one of my bread boxes. I have it in place because I'm not sure which bread box I want to go with. I have two. So our daughter Kirsten will be getting the other bread box because she's wanting one. So whichever one I choose not to use. I actually really like the other one better, but it's more older and vintage, and it's like almost a mint green, and I don't know how that's going to look in here. So I'm trying it out, but I don't know. No.
So Tilted K said, "Enjoy it. This may be the last time the sink doesn't have dishes in it."
Well, there's also the thing of over here, clear over
on this side.
Yeah, over here,
right there.
Jason did stub me out a supply for my countertop dishwasher, but it takes up so much space. So I know, y'all, as bougie as I am, I'm thinking about maybe washing dishes by hand. And the one good thing about me is what?
I'm glad she said she's washing dishes by hand.
Yeah, of course. But I don't let dishes stay in the sink. We use it, we wash it now because you just come back to it later and then it's ugly and it looks gross. So, yeah.
Melinda Dobson says, I would be happy to just move in the kitchen.
But he said, well, I can't spill the beans. Yeah, I know. I am right there with you. I have a feeling we are going to be spending a lot of time in our kitchen for sure, which is why we added it, because we do.
And there's Gary and Mary that says that background there is awesome looking. Y'all have done a super job on that.
Thank you. It's not perfect, but we're not perfect. We're not professional builders.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I know, Rando, you're killing it.
It's awesome, y'all. The work you two have done is so awesome, and your personality shines so bright in your bits.
Aw, thank you.
So it jumped on me, y'all.
Well, it's not jumping on my phone. I was trying to go slow so that, it's hailing. Joe Cool says it's hailing there.
So, yeah, I've seen a couple different comments. Yes, Maya is in here, and her nails are really loud on this floor. So,
Babe,
we have floor, subfloor, but it's a floor.
You suck at covering. Oh, well. No, we're just going to slide right over that one, y'all.
Hey, this is your fault. You made me change our method of things. So yes. River Rat Homestead's asking, what are you doing for outlet covers? Black would look nice.
I am so glad you said that, because much to my husband's chagrin, I was looking and I've looked and I'm like, man, I don't like the white. So yeah, we actually have down in the drawer, we have all new outlets, GFCIs, all of the above covers in black, because I just felt like the black would look way much better. So he has to go through and rewire all of that for me. Well, not rewire it, but like redo it all. I mean, I can do it. I can help, but he's doing it too. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Maya, go lay down.
Yeah, Glenda said that bed did sort of look like a nightmare.
Oh, it's so funny.
Well, and I think so, because we did. I put it in there, like you seen the end of the last video was, how did you label that? My OCD rant, because the picture showed the side rails one way, but then the instructions, because they labeled each piece with a sticker. Well, it must have been a Friday box, because they didn't put the right stickers on the right pieces, and then.
And I was working
as usual, she wants to come up as I'm like thinking I'm almost done with that section. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was working on a side job, and so when I went up there, I was like, wait a minute. The drawers are supposed to be on the other side, which honestly, I could care less about the drawers. I wanted it for the hydraulic lift, but it was the only wooden bed that had the hydraulic lift, and I couldn't find one without the drawers.
And Michelle's asking, where do we get the bed?
Walmart.
And somehow I'm going to be customer support.
Yeah. So.
I guess we didn't put a link or anything in there because it wasn't an affiliate type deal. But we just Walmart.com. Just ordered it.
But you have to be careful because it's on there. Like, we only can have a full size bed. The loft is not big enough if we want side room on the sides of the bed. So we had to go with a full, which we're fine with. That's what we have in the fifth wall anyway. But what I found was the exact same bed, exact same description, but over $120 difference in price on the actual Walmart app. So just if you're looking for that kind of bed, once we get it together and you like it, just keep scrolling because it gets cheaper. Yes.
Yeah.
Aw, Randall's on a roll tonight. What did you miss, baby?
All of it, probably. Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes,
they said
yes.
Tara blew the beans right out of the water. Ha ha ha. And somebody had asked, where did it go?
Well, Virginia, she's like
Um,
me. She says that she won't even leave a coffee cup on the countertop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same
And
way.
reminding everybody, Cheryl Guest put it out there that smashing that thumb, y'all. We'd appreciate it. We got 121 of 23 of y'all.
Wow, y'all. It's that
So
secret location, isn't it?
Lauren at Make It at Home wants to know, do you make your own pasta? The old world charm of your kitchen just begs for it.
Yes, ma'am, I do. In fact, Jenna is en route right now. Let's see where Jenna and her friend Lexi. Her friend Lexi is coming back from Ohio with her.
Yeah, so we ate some of your homemade noodles today.
We did. But where I was getting with this is we're going to be making some more homemade noodles because we have an overabundance of eggs and I have no more gallon jars to water glass. And so rather than, well, that's the other little thing too, is we did pick up a chest freezer. That's up at the camper. So we do have a stand-up freezer in storage. We will be bringing that here as well when the YouTube studio gets built. Yeah, but I've been in a lack of freezer space, so I've neglected putting back a lot of noodles. But now I'm getting ready to smash them out, and Jenna and Lexi, I think I'm going to roll them in to helping me. And so I will be making spaghetti and regular noodles. And yeah, we had, y'all, I made the most amazing chicken noodle soup.
All from everything
All from here.
And it was amazing.
Yep. If y'all want to see that content, I'll do a video on it if you guys want to see it.
Glad you got that light bulb changed, Johnny. Yeah, you had to go change the light bulb.
Oh, they're almost to St. Louis.
Randall, thank you again. He said, tune into Michigan Life. Yeah, they love the Lions, but forgive them. Go Vikings. So I don't watch NFL, even though I am from Michigan. I did get to see the Lions play in practice before, and back when they still had the Silverdome. So that was a while ago. But yes, everybody, check out Michigan Life above the 45th parallel for sure. Mm-hmm. They've got some awesome stuff going on.
Gillen Farm says, when I saw that bed laid out, I was like, no way. I know, and it's heavy.
I had to remember, I thought maybe she's like, and the sad part was I'm the one that clicked order on it and forgot that it was Walmart because I'm like, oh my gosh, she somehow snuck in an IKEA order because there's way too many parts and
craziness.
Yeah, I will say though, Ace Hardware came to the rescue.
They did.
It was nice to be able to go in and get the few pieces, but I just didn't have time today to finish it.
Michelle says, Jason, your enthusiasm and my customer support doesn't seem to exist. Where's the love? She's so awesome. Yes.
All right. We're getting a lot of folks in. We're loving to see y'all come in here. And
don't forget, definitely put your question in caps so that we can catch it, because he pays attention more than I do. My eyeballs just don't run that fast. But we definitely love it. And one
Cheryl
thing.
Guest says it's the soup season. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think tomorrow I'm going to be making my mama's homemade potato soup with ribbles. If I have some ham, I'm not sure if I'll have to look, but people fight each other over this soup. they fight each other. So
So Robert Young was saying if they're coming down I-55, normally the route that we come down, we don't come down 55, so we don't go through that Cape Girardeau, which is where he lives. But I know some people that are on here in this chat that we talked about maybe going to Cape Girardeau for a hangout. So
yeah,
I guess it's
everyone's saying they want to see the noodle making.
Snacks.
All right, guys.
Police.
I'll do all that. It's nothing to save it, on video. So absolutely, it's super easy. And the best part of it is, I picked up a pasta maker, just the old fashioned, old vintage kind that you hand crank at a thrift shop for what I pay, like $2 for.
I can't keep the running toll of your
my thrift
finds.
Yeah, and it works flawlessly. And the key to it is having the right consistency to the dough. So we'll be making that. I'll definitely put that in the video.
What's the hashtag for the Coop Christmas? Didn't we agree on
Christmas? Was it Christmas Cluckers? Christmas. I'll have to ask Johnny, or is that who's asking?
No, it was Sean at Let's Trade Paint.
Okay.
We talked about it that night, and then you.
Yeah, and that's coming out this week too. Yeah. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be really, it's awesome, guys. It's awesome. So be on the lookout for that.
We'll sit out. We'll throw. That's what we'll do. We'll put it out on our community page of the actual hashtag so that anybody that wants to decorate their
chicken
animal shelter. I mean, we're going to call it the chicken coop decoration, whatever. But yeah, and
he'll have it set up that it'll be added to a playlist, right? Because you can do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that everybody's Christmas cluckers. I like Christmas cluckers. I don't know. I can't remember what Johnny wanted to do, but excited for that. That's going to be
hungry with all the stuff you're going to be making.
I know, guys. I got countertop. It's going to be great. And then I have the bar, and I tell you what, the drop down bar has been already valuable because I used it to help. Well, I covered it, but use it to stain the trim and for the bathroom. It's invaluable space. I tell you what, those brackets, they were only like $20 or something like that on Amazon. I don't know why anybody wouldn't have a drop down bar extension.
Well, and we're finding, we knew, obviously we live in the RV, which is smaller than what the tiny house is, but then you come into the house and, we were able to obviously build this ourselves to make it the layout and function, but there's still things that we're finding out that we're like, oh man, welcome to living tiny, because how do you do this? I know a big one is the whole wood stove situation right now.
Yeah, we're really struggling with the wood stove, you guys, because we have 3 options, and maybe y'all can help us with this. So the wood burner.
Let me say this real quick.
Okay.
So I could scroll through. Diane Parker says, you guys are wonderful. I no doubt you have the it factor in your favor. Your whole crew has it. You guys are going to be successful. Congratulations. Thank you.
So appreciated. Thank you so much.
Yes. All of everybody that we are friends with within and out of YouTube are amazing people.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. We love our Right Nation.
Is it wine in that cup? That's a silly question.
It's water.
Let me see.
Okay, I cannot tell a lie. It is wine, but remember, Thursdays are our Saturdays, y'all.
Yeah. Oh, they're saying the classics are the best because it's made during a time where they were meant to last, not throwaway society of today.
I am such a sucker for vintage kitchen stuff, y'all. You have no idea. I don't know if it's because, my grandparents pretty much raised me. I don't know if it takes me back to that working in the kitchen with my mom. But I love, love, love vintage kitchen stuff. So that's the first place I go to in a thrift shop.
Call it tastes like chicken.
Yeah. I do. I love vintage stuff because 1, it's made better. 2, if it ain't broke, don't improve it. Randall, dude.
What up? And see,
I love that guy.
I seen Daryl woke up from a nap. At least
Nice.
he got it. Somebody got a nap. It sure wasn't me.
It wasn't us. But yeah.
All right, so go over.
Yeah.
I made it to the bottom. I think.
Well,
what does that say? What type of railing are you doing along the bed upstairs?
That's going to be so exciting. That's a potential project coming up. In fact, I was working on planning it out. I've got a really cool project, y'all. I cannot wait to do the railing. It's going to be awesome. So I'm not going to spill the beans yet on it because I've got to tweak my design a little bit, but it needs to fit and it needs to look
Well, I was going to say it's hard to spill beans on something that you don't know yet.
I pretty much already know, but
Okay.
I can't spill beans on it. So anyway, back to the little dilemma that we have. It's a tiny house. Even though it's a larger tiny house, it still is a small tiny house, right? And we have a wood burner, and I want to heat with wood. I cannot stand heating with electric or propane. I want to heat with wood. The thing is, where do we put it? So we have 3 options, y'all, and I need your help because we're struggling. Option number 1, the wood burner goes in almost the original intended place, which is in kind of the nook and cranny of the staircase. So it would be kind of on the left side of the staircase, and the pipe would run up, past the loft and up out the roof, right? I'm hoping that there's enough room for that. And then wood storage would go where I have that white drawer, right? The bank of drawers. I'd have to probably not use that bank of drawers here in the tiny house if we had the wood
Which
burner
isn't the end of the world.
Not an end all. Option 2, we bring it into the kitchen and it goes between the wall of where on the opposite side of where the pantry is on the laundry room wall. And then it shoots out. And in doing that, it would make him happy because the wood burner wouldn't roast us out in the loft. I'll be happy about that. He wouldn't be. If we put the wood burner here in the kitchen. Caveat, we wouldn't have room for our table and chairs. It's a small table and chairs, but we still wouldn't have room for our table and chairs. Option 3, we put it in the kitchen. I lose my island because we want the table and chairs. So in order to have the table and chairs, I would have to lose the island, and the island would probably go in the YouTube studio. So those are our 3 options because literally there are no other wall spaces. The only other place that we thought about maybe putting it would be where we plan on putting our sofa.
Well, and so Johnny, I'm scrolling down now. It put it outside.
Yes.
And okay, I'm seeing other people with that is, I guess, would be the 4th option.
Is an outside wood burner.
I
don't want the boiler.
It doesn't get cold enough here to justify the amount of wood that a boiler would burn through, but it would furnace, and we've talked about that, and we've been looking. Obviously, this time of year is not the time to buy them.
I know. I saw tons of them.
Yeah.
All
and
summer
so,
long on Marketplace.
Because the other thing was in front of the house, kind of back a little bit, is where we're going to put the YouTube studio. Yeah. And if I do a wood furnace kind of in between the 2 buildings, I could pipe it out to both buildings and be able to do both. And that's what we would like to lean for, but we were kind of wondering, I guess the big thing was we're heating it with an electric fireplace right now.
Yeah.
And it's doing great. And we do have...
I worry about the safety issue of that too, because ultimately it is just it. The fireplace is beautiful, but it ultimately is just a space heater. And, Jen and Wiley experienced, space heater fire. So I mean, there's that fear for us to continue to heat with that. So I don't know. At one point we decided that we would kind of park that decision till next year, and just go ahead and heat with the electric or propane or whatever we chose. But
so Joe Cool is saying, can you go through the side of the house and exhaust that way? Yes, we can. And there was a couple options in the living room area that we would go through the wall and then up, because right now I don't have any holes in my roof and I'd like to keep it that way. And so, and then Johnny says smoke and wood grind stays outside, heat inside.
And that was my thought too.
Right.
That's
and
my thought too.
we talked about it because, you know, I don't mind cutting and splitting the wood and doing all that kind of stuff. But then you bring it in, and inevitably you're always going to bring in dirt
Bugs
with it. And then there's going to be bugs, and I
just miss the wood heat, and I can't stand spending money on electric bills. Sorry. But I can. So we've just racked our brains trying to figure out how in the world we could possibly make it work. So I don't know.
Three Little Goats says, get a bar height table so you can use it to eat and then double as an island. And that was kind of one of the options with the island, honestly, was just getting some bar stools. But first thing in the morning, I get moving really, really slow.
Me too.
And
I'm old.
I don't want to, even though it's not that high, but I don't want to have to get in. Like when we sit down to have our morning coffee, that's why we wanted the table so much, is I want to be able to sit and kind of let my meds kick in, let my body, you know, lubricate itself so I can actually start moving. And she's kind of the same way. So to have bar stools all the time, I think we probably will get some for like when kids come to visit or guests or something. Yeah. So we have an extra place, you know, for somebody to eat. But as a permanent, I just
we would have no place to store them. I mean, we've had to put a lot of thought and planning into space and usable space. Every inch counts in a tiny house, and the vast majority of our square footage is in the kitchen, and I love
never
that.
Mess with the cook of the house.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so Scott's like said, are there any options on an exterior wall so that you can vent it outside immediately and run the pipe up?
Well, that would be that if we've put it in the kitchen, yes. There's nothing on the opposite side. Although, you know, my brain, it always just continues to go. I have thought future planning here, not anytime soon, future planning for as we grow older, where we have the other kitchen, like window right over here, opposite of that window. That's really the only place that we could pop out a doorway and add a master bedroom on the floor level. We're still okay to traverse steps, but as we age, because, you know, we're not getting any older, I fully anticipate us adding on to the tiny house at least a master bedroom at floor level. Eventually, it's not needed right now, and so we're good with it. But what do they call aging in place?
Aging in place, yeah.
Yeah,
and that's been our concept.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe Cool says Lumna Acres has some kind of heating system outside. Maybe check out there. Yes, and so we watch them, and his is an outdoor wood boiler, and so it pumps the hot water. Which, if we were still up north in Michigan, I would instantly, without a doubt, get a wood boiler because you spend so many months in the cold. Down here, and like her aunt and uncle have one in Tennessee. Even though we're pretty much on the same parallel, he likes it having the boiler because they heat the house, but they also keep their house a lot warmer than I prefer. And the nice thing with the wood boilers is, and I've seen somebody else making the comment, was you can pipe it through a hot water heater, you get all that stuff. But if you've never burned through a wood boiler, and I have, our family farm back home has a wood boiler, and it did save being on the farm, you know, heating 2 different house apartments there, plus a greenhouse. It was invaluable, and with the hot water, but you burn a lot of wood in those boilers, even if you try to dampen them down. And I don't want to go that route here. And
Thank you, Cindy. I see. Yeah, Cindy said our house is looking great. Thank you so much. I'm loving it.
And Anson said he's got to clean out his shop. I seen that earlier about making you a kitchen triangle.
Oh, the dinner bell?
I'm guessing so.
Because I do have a dinner bell ready to be mounted. That we got in Washington, Arkansas.
Clarissa wants to know. She said, Tara, guess what showed up today?
What showed up today? I don't know.
Well, you're evidently supposed to know.
Am I supposed to know? Guess what? Oh, I see that. I don't know. I don't know what showed up today. Clarissa, spill the beans. Hi, Mama B.
23andMe.
No, it's supposed to be Ancestry. Ancestry. I thought you bought the Ancestry because you already did the 23. Yeah. So what? Yeah. So tell him to spit in that vial and get it sent away. I want to know if he's my nephew. Oh, y'all, you have no idea. It would be a miracle of fate. And if what she's alluding to and what we've discussed and what we've freaked out about could potentially just be such the biggest, like 1,000,000 to 1, like you'd win it over like lottery different.
So Anson says if you have a dinner bell already, then maybe some trivets then.
Yes.
Oh, trivets for sure.
And hooks for the
oh yeah, more of those hooks.
Yeah. Yeah, but when we went to a place called Washington, was it Washington, Arkansas? The whole town is a state park.
Or it's part of the national.
It's so beautiful, and the whole town is being restored as a I don't know, a museum type thing. And I've always wanted a dinner bell, and we bought one from a blacksmith there at Washington, Arkansas. I think it's still under the RV bed, isn't it?
Sure. It's somewheres, I guarantee you that. I think it is under the bed.
Yep.
But
that's awesome.
Daryl, now your daddy said he got his package from Fredericks to Hollywood today.
Nice. Those lacy black G-strings, I think, is what he told me he bought.
She's acting like somebody's coming in. I don't know. And let's see, what do we got on here? Well, if you're needing hooks, let me know you need SJ or Penny and how many.
I will let you know because as soon as, I'm hoping it's going to be on the next video, but I want to get my pot rack mounted, which will go above the island.
And I seen Lauren and made the comment earlier about and it was funny because that's why we kind of talked about it was as she's explaining the usefulness of the island, and that was one of the options she proposed to me. Was like, well, we'll just to pull the island out, and I'm like, what?
Crap, we can't. I just thought of that because of my pot rack.
Right, the pot rack, and then doing noodles and food prep and everything
I need that.
It's not an option. So, I don't. Like I said, we're really gonna push more towards the outdoor wood furnace.
Yeah, it's just they're
because then I can have one heat source to heat both buildings, and then for the outdoor kitchen, I don't know how much we'll necessarily use it over the super cold months, because it's gonna be mainly just a summer kitchen type deal.
Right.
But we do have some alternative little buddy heaters and propane heaters and stuff that we can put out there.
What did Clarissa say? You're sending me the 23andMe, so you didn't buy Ancestry, you did the 23andMe.
And now you got to send it off, evidently.
Oh.
I guess you're gonna have to have a conversation. So building with Keith, they said I found a school bell on Facebook Marketplace. Think about getting it for the back deck.
I saw that on the marketplace.
Get it, Keith.
I did see it, and I was like, oh, that'd be so awesome to have that old school bell. That's the beauty of being so close together. Mickey and I can share our thrifts.
Y'all need to get that. That'd be awesome on your back porch.
That would be so cool.
And everyone's excited about their still Fredericks of Hollywood.
Maya, go lay down, sweetheart.
So what is the temperature outside and in your kitchen? Are you staying warm? From Cindy LeBeau. Yes, I have that electric fireplace set on 66 or 68 right now. And it's plenty warm in here. I'm not sure the exact temp outside right now, but it's not too bad. I mean,
I found that fireplace on the marketplace years ago. We're talking probably
53 out right now.
Yeah, probably 7-8 years ago. Because my Ohio homestead, I built a barnuminium before barnuminiums were a thing, right? and I heated with a central wood or a wood stove in the main area. And so all the bedrooms would get a little chilly up in that Ohio weather. And so all of the kids had the oil heaters. And then I found this and I paid like $125 for it on the marketplace. And I used it in my master bedroom at my homestead. And it works great. It really does. And I really didn't notice a huge jump in the electric bill. It's just I don't like to think about having to pay for the electric to heat.
Yeah. It's obviously it's only going to be for this winter, unless we do find a deal on an outdoor wood furnace. But
and I'm watching Marketplace every day.
It's one of those that we'll just tough out the bill for. Because we basically were already upping it being in the camper because we have the electric radiant heaters up there, so I'm not burning through a tank of propane every 2 days.
And those oil heaters, all the kids had them in their bedrooms back home,
So Ginger, right? Not for nothing Homestead is asking, will the YouTube studio be connected to the tiny house?
No, it will not. It'll have a path. I'm doing an elevated walkway, kind of like in my brain, I have it kind of like Robinson Crusoe. Oh, that's one of my other favorite shows. But it'll have a elevated walk path decked to the YouTube studio. It'll be close to the tiny house, but we wanted separation between work and home. Right now, we don't have that. In fact, all of the YouTube stuff takes up the other side of the kitchen table, so we can't even sit down and have a meal together. And it's important to us to divide that.
Nikki's already ruining Keith's parade. She says, "You're not getting it, Keith. Don't listen to them."
Go get
Keith,
it.
They just say, it's always say it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, Ivy say it's supposed to drop significantly tomorrow. Hopefully not, because that's,
Jessica said the tiny house is looking great.
Jessica said?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, sunshine. I miss you and love you. Thank you so much, River Rat, for being in for the night. I know. Fortunately, Jake was down and he went and hooked up our chickens for us, which, y'all, we've got. I did order an automatic chicken door on Amazon. We weren't sponsored. I didn't ask for a sponsorship. I didn't ask for a discount, nothing. I just ordered the stupid plum chicken door. You think we got put on yet? Nope. So we're still putting up the chickens and letting them out.
I'm not allowed to do anything else.
Yes. And yeah, propane is stupid expensive. It's, and it's crazy because all summer long
I love Keith's idea.
What?
He said he can ring it and then I'll know that it's cold snack time.
Oh.
If he gets the bell on the back porch, absolutely.
Does sound travel that far over the ridge?
We'll find out. I bet if he rings it hard enough, it will.
Yeah, but yeah, you made me forget what I was talking
You're welcome.
about.
Propane's stupid expensive. Exactly.
Oh, all summer long I was sending him marketplace listings for wood furnaces. $400, $600. No. And then now they're like $1,200, $1,500, and I'm just like, no.
Well, so she'd sent them to me, but that was after we already went and bought a wood stove for in the house. And so we have that already. It's here, but then we ran into the dilemma of where we wanted to put the cat box and then where we were going to put it because it was kind of like, if you remember back when I put the air conditioner through the wall, the original plan was it was going to go in the wall here in the kitchen because it has the most windows. And we figured that was going to be, with the morning sun coming up, it was going to be kind of the warmest part of the house during the day. Well, right where I cut a doorway to make a laundry room addition is where and because the wall of the laundry room comes down further, I couldn't put the air conditioner there. So we had to put it on the stairs, and it'll be interesting to see. This year we came in and it stayed cool, but now that we kind of have the stairs closed, it does block the air conditioner from blowing straight over this way. But I think we're still going to be fine.
Oh yeah, we're going to be fine.
With just the one air conditioner, but we're prepared, I think, minimally to pop a hole in a wall here in the kitchen. I don't know. Probably not. We'll just throw a fan on.
So Laura, you asked when the chicken coop lighting comes. We will be putting that short out this week. I wanted to have it out already this week, but we've been hitting it hard. So that's coming up this week, and then we'll be working on the configurations for the voting on that. And that will be revealed probably on the Christmas special. The chicken coop decorating.
Oh.
And so when we have our Christmas special.
Well, we'll, like I said, in the next day or two, we'll put something with the actual hashtag to put it on the community page.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Sean had asked earlier, was there a certain format? No. If you want to make it a short, make it a short. If you want a video of it, make it a video of it. And we'll just link them on there. Just something fun to do, and, you know, decorate a chicken coop or a goat pen or a cow pen or just
whatever suits your fancy.
So Scott's Life is asking, how many square feet is your tiny house?
It's right around 500.
Yeah, I need to do the math again because adding the laundry room changed it, but it's like just over 500 square feet.
Yeah,
total.
It's right on the verge of technically not being a tiny house anymore. There may be some renaming coming up soon. We'll see. I do plan on doing a really awesome video for y'all that really showcases, because once we get the majority of the stuff done in the house, I'm going to hold back doing any further videos until the final reveal, because I want you guys to see it all put together, all of our thrifted stuff. Y'all, I've been thrifting for this house for 2 years, knowing that we were going to be building the cabin. And so I am so excited to put that all together for you with all the decorations and all the thrifted finds. Yeah, I'm still getting used to not having that.
It's a new tongue.
Yeah. The old one didn't work very good, right?
Since they got to get power ran for electric heaters because the propane heat is going to break us. Yeah, that's
run us
Anson. We did that. Well, actually, when I put my RV power pole in, friends of ours had the boxes already, so I had a 110 circuit in the 30 amp RV circuit already in one box, and so I just run an extension cord up through the camper to.
And it does those little oil heaters. I will swear by them night and day. They're silent, you don't hear them, and once they get to temp, they stay there, and they make a huge impact. I love them. So Nanny Tam asked, she says that she just fixed country fried steak, gravy, mashed potatoes, and drum roll fried okra.
Yes, please. All of the above.
That sounds so yummy.
So Johnny's saying we only use propane for the cook stove. I don't know if he's talking about, I think he's talking about probably in the camper that they got.
Yeah, so we'll have the propane for my stove here in the kitchen, as well as the water heater. So.
And Keith says, if you want to get rid of he said wood stock, but I think he meant stove. I'd be interested in that.
No, if anything, it'll go in one of the other cabins.
Yeah.
It's not a real big one. We actually have two. One, and this is a whole nother thing I've got going on, y'all, that I need to get done. We have another smaller wood burner and actually I was going to ask y'all if you could help us with this. So we have a little old-fashioned stove. It's just one of those long, narrow wood stoves that I want to put in the greenhouse. My dilemma is the greenhouse.
3 little goats has to go get a straight pig out of the calf paddock.
My dilemma is that the greenhouse is made out of cattle panels and has a plastic roof, right? I need to run a thimble through the top. So do I cut out a block and then zip tie or metal strap a piece of wood to the top of that and then run the thimble through that? So I'm not sure what to do on how to make that happen, because I want to heat the wood burner, or I want to heat the greenhouse with the wood burner. Just not sure how that looks.
Oh, okay. I was reading comments, so I didn't know what you were even talking about.
Nah.
I'm like, thimble.
So we have 2 wood burners in storage right now. One is for the greenhouse. One is for a cabin here.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Or here. I don't know.
Yeah, so Mama V Possum Rod said hers is 400 square feet. Tiny house is technically considered 600 square feet or less. So
Yep, that's
you
what
were
I
talking
read
about
too.
renaming.
Yeah.
Just washed her tongue and can't do a thing with it.
Yeah. I slur my words all the time.
What is a plan for the front door and outside walkway to make the house pop?
Yes. So if y'all remember way back when, and I redid that whole wooden door and I painted it red. Yes. This door, as soon as we're done going in and out of it and moving construction stuff, it will get painted. And then it's also going to get a little portico over the top with exposed cedar from here on the property. I already got that designed. It's already in the works. It's just not really, I don't want to do that quite yet when that door could get knocked with wood and 2x4s and whatnot. So yes, the door will pop. I'm a huge fan of popping doors. And so I'm right there with you. Absolutely.
So Scott's Life said my tiny cabin is growing to 784, not including the loft. Well, they can. I mean, like this place started with the original 12x12 with a loft shack, and then this kitchen was another 12x12 that we added to basically double the space, and then an addition for the laundry room, pantry, closet area, and then one for the bathroom.
I mean, I think the only thing that that I kind of wish that we would have done, and I can't like get down on myself for not doing it because originally this was supposed to be Jake's cabin, was I think that at the time that we were framing the bathroom, if it were going to be for us, we probably would have gone a little larger, I think. Don't you?
Yeah. Well, honestly, if we knew we were moving into this, we would have just tore every that 12x12 would have got torn completely down. Because it was going to be a temporary place for Jake. And then when Jake was done, after he either moved or built his own place somewhere, then it was going to be like her little she shed area. Right. So we didn't really feel the need, if that's all it was going to be, to tear it all the way down. So we're like, hey, we're just going to deal with it. And I squared it up as good as I could. But yeah, once she said, oh, we're moving in. And by then we'd already put the bathroom addition in. And I think we had already we started putting siding on the outside.
And it was just kind of one of those things that the tiny house kind of grew organically. Mm-hmm. And we looked at the problems and then we came up with solutions. And we probably made a whole lot more headache for ourselves. But what I can say is what we have done has been intentional after that. After we decided that we were going to live here, because someone had asked why we didn't bring the staircase into the kitchen so that it didn't block the doorway to the bathroom. It sucks that it kind of blocks the little corner of the doorway, but honestly, what did our great grandparents do when they needed an extra space in their houses 200 years ago or 150 years ago? They added it where they could. And so it was
a big key to have stairs, because the loft originally, the way it was designed was just with a ladder. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't going to happen. No. So Johnny said, no, they just cook in this house, not mm-hmm. What we're running propane will be the stove and our on-demand hot water heater are the only things that we're running propane right now. So.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Randall. Because he brought up a good point. DD5 got hacked. They just put that out today as well. And Randall does do cybersecurity. So really excited about that. I hope and I pray that that's not something that we experience. We've been pretty fortunate that our banks have been pretty on top of anything that has come through. But that's good to know.
Okay, so Michelle, I was trying to piece the questions together. What are we going to do for a door in the bathroom?
Oh, y'all. Oh, it's super cool. So I picked up this old antique door on the marketplace for $10. $10. And it's got the cool, where the door handle is. It's got that big old metal antique plate and stuff like that there. And the top of it is glass. It's just so awesome. Wait till you guys see what I'm gonna do with this store. $10 on the marketplace. We're gonna have to make some adjustments to make it work for the space, but it's gonna be cool. I can't wait. But yeah, I mean, $10. You can't buy a door for
And I see people talking about like having the small houses and stuff. And honestly, guys, that's been our plan from the get-go, was a small, because one, it's just two of us living in the house full time. And
Randall's on fire tonight.
He said, no cost, just here if you need. Thank you, Randall.
And if y'all have cybersecurity issues, get with Randall. He's brilliant with that. So absolutely.
But yeah, we had talked about that from the get-go, was, there's only two of us. So why do we need a ton of room? Because then it's going to be more space to heat, more space to cool, and more importantly,
clean,
more
and
space to clean.
Sweep and we get a lot of questions about, oh, you guys are so young. How can you be retired already? And one of the things that I always say is, if you require very little, you require very little. So if you modify your life to get out of consumerism, to get out of what Pinterest tells you everything has to be, if you don't spend the money, you don't need to make the money to spend. So you have to redefine what is important to you. And to us, the basics are what we love.
Yeah.
The homestead is
very,
what we love.
very, very simple.
I don't carry Coach purses. I don't wear Prada and Chanel. You know what I mean? I do love David Scope Chanel. I'm hoping that he gets
Junk to Gems just posted, they just hit 2,000 in subs.
Nice.
Congrats, guys. Congrats. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
And so it looks like Wade is about to get some
I saw that, yeah.
mad storms up there.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's right, Tara. Yeah. Let's Trade Paint. I mean, it's just, oh, man, like, everyone's out to make a buck in the advertising industry. And I went to college for advertising at the Art Institute. And our first classes were psychology. Because if you can make someone feel inadequate or feel inept or feel lacking of, they're more apt to go buy your product. So that's what advertising is. So when you realize that you don't need all that stuff, it makes your life so much better.
So Michelle says, I absolutely love your new home. Let me know when it's for sale or rent. Night all, thanks.
Love you, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's honestly, I mean, she had brought that up. That's kind of, I know we only have a few more minutes, but that was something that Tara, look up ancient Korean smoke heated floor for the garden area.
Well, I will.
I have to get on that.
I will look into that. I know Lauren, there was a question from Lauren. She asked about Jackson. We're in touch with Jackson. We message multiple times a week. He is still in Arizona. He is taking a job driving for Amazon for the time being while he's in Arizona. At this point, he's going to probably stay in Arizona until the weather breaks.
Yeah.
And he can come
I mean,
back.
we started to help him a little bit to get set up for winter here, but he's pretty far off.
And he went back and forth anyway quite a bit.
Yeah.
He has a house in Arizona. His mom's in Arizona. And so, he's making it work.
Last minute.
Last minute. Oh,
guys,
wow.
We've been just rambling on, which has been awesome. And we hope that you all are kind of appreciating this,
new format.
Kind of new format.
We don't know what we're doing. Just throw it in there.
Tonight, you guys, hopefully, if you hadn't been there, you started off at 5 Central over at Gillum Farms.
Yep.
And then you come to us at 6. After us, you go to Joey and Ginger at Not For Nothing Homestead. And then when they're done, you go have fun playing Kahoot It. Yeah. And see what Dale and Lisa are up to at 9 Acre Family Farms.
Yeah. And let us know if you guys like this new format. We didn't do call outs. We didn't, do any of that because, you're just going into chat room after chat room. So we just want to make sure that we're doing what y'all like. So drop us some messages. Let us know. We don't want to like alienate anybody, but we also just want to do what y'all want us to do. So with that, we love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate all of you. We hope that you're loving everything that we're doing, and we will catch you on the next video Saturday morning.
So get over there, Not For Nothing Homestead.
Yep.
Tell them White Rock Nation sent you.
I guess Joe's going to do a rant.
Nice.
We'll see.
They're still commenting. We told them to go.
We love you guys. Thank you so
Don't
much.
follow directions. Go. Get over to see Ginger and Joey. Go.
Tell them we sent you. Oh, look at all those blue hearts.
Go on, get on out of here.
Bye, guys.